SOB. If you don't like that, then you won't like me. I'm an outlaw.
There was a 35-year-old police officer named Sean Corder. He worked at the Bloomfield Police Department. Trouble found him as he faced some serious charges. These charges included doing bad things while on duty, messing with official papers, and telling lies under oath. It all began on a day back in 2012 when Sean got a call to go to a man named Marcus Jeter's house. There was a fight between Marcus and his girlfriend. Marcus left willingly, but Sean followed him onto a big road called the Garden State Parkway. Sean stopped Marcus, but Marcus didn't want to get out of his car. He was scared for his safety. More officers came to help, but they crashed into Marcus's car and missed all the mess. Sean broke Marcus's car window and with his buddies pulled Marcus out. They said Marcus tried to take Sean's weapon and hurt another officer. Marcus was charged with running away, resisting arrest, hurting an officer, and trying to take a cop's weapon. But surprise, new proof showed up, and all the charges against Marcus disappeared. This made people start asking questions about what the officers did. A grand jury said the officers did bad things and charged them, but Sean got his punishment. He talked to the judge at a courthouse. He said he didn't want his family to suffer.
My children more than anything in the world, and I know they need me. I don't want them to have to suffer, switch schools, lose friends, lose the house that they're raised in. I haven't been away from my kids for more than a day. And since being incarcerated, I miss Christmas, I miss my little Sabrina's birthday, I miss my Kylie the Rose ride at high school.
But Marcus, the guy who'd been through all of it, stood up and said Sean had a choice to tell the truth, and he didn't.
To say that I resisted. He had a choice. I'm not saying that that messes his character up. I'm not saying that he's not a good guy. I'm just saying that in a situation like this where he has an obligation, a moral obligation to tell the truth, he chose not to.
In the end, Sean got in big trouble. He was found guilty of doing bad things on the job and messing with records. The judge told him he'd spend 5 years in prison.
Judge Vonda Evans did not hold back when passing sentencing to Officer William Melendez. He'd been found guilty of beating a suspect during a traffic stop. The suspect was a driver of a car when the police officer stopped him for a small driving mistake. These police officers sadly held some unfair beliefs, and it showed in their actions. Another officer, John Zelwatsky, even texted something really mean about it. He asked for satisfaction from knowing the suspect was being hurt, which is just plain wrong.
I would have thought this. What crime did I commit? Being a black man in a Cadillac, stopped for a minor traffic offense by a group of racist police officers looking to do an. As Police Officer John Zelwatsky, auxiliary police officer, testified in court too, in his response to a text, was quoted as saying, "At least give me the satisfaction of knowing that you're out there beating up right now. LOL." How humiliating and degrading that must have been. He was left in a cell for a number of hours before getting medical treatment. But after hearing the defendant and his fellow officers joke about his injuries as they were wiping blood off their uniforms with disinfectant. 2015. Please be quiet in my courtroom. How does this happen? I'm going to tell you how it happened. You betrayed your city. You caused your lovely wife heartache. And you caused Mr. Dent severe anguish. And finally, in the words of Vicki Yost, your commander, accountability is required to ensure continued community trust and healing.
Imagine how terrible it must have felt for the suspect. He was left in a cell for hours without any medical help. The worst part was hearing the officers joke about his injuries, cleaning their uniforms from his blood. That's not even how people should be treated. And Judge Binda Evans made sure Officer Melendez faced the consequences of his actions.